Today, our champion, Rick Bourassa of Pepperell, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Stephen Muse of Tewksbury, Massachusetts, on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everyone. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and I'm always speaking to the whole crew when I say we're sure glad you chose to join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts, for 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling total pinfall to determine our winner. Now, each will receive a permanent souvenir. These are provided by Din Brothers of Boston Holyoke, will be properly inscribed with the date, and will be a nice souvenir of their appearance on the program. And each will take home some guaranteed prize money. $350 will go to the runner-up, but the big one is $700, and that, of course, goes to our winner. $50 available to the winner of each string, and if they tie a string, they will each receive $50. Our marksman of the day, the bowler with the most marks, will receive a $50 gift certificate from Rotman's Furniture of Worcester. And I guess that's about all I want to talk about here. Let's talk to today's bowler, shall we?
How you doing?
Stephen, is it true that this is a big crowd that's here today? Is all here
Group from Wakefield and
is that right?
Burlington and whatnot.
Now, this is your very first appearance on our program.
Yes,
But, you know, the man that you're bowling against, he only had 2 appearances, and he's already rolled 400.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, let's see. You had a 624, huh? That's a pretty nice 5-string score.
It's enough to get me on.
Great week, huh? I mean, for you.
Oh. When you bowl someone like Paul, it just brings the best out of you. Luckily, I didn't leave anything behind.
No, you sure didn't. Roll to 403, and we've thrown a couple of pretty tough people against you.
Yeah.
Okay, you're here to defend, and Steve is here for the first time, and you're not at all nervous.
A little bit.
I don't blame you.
A little bit.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get underway right after this. Now leading off, today's challengers, Stephen Muse, high single 179, high triple 436, league average 107. The 2, the 7, and the 10, 2 pieces of wood between the 2 and the 7, and another rolling back to about where the 9 would be. Almost pulled it off. Everything down except the 10. It's a 10. Two pins to pick up, and he has favorable wood. He has the 7 and 8, and 1 piece of wood is rolled off, but the other one is still there. He's going to use it, and he got it. So he has a spare. Now, Rick Bourassa of Pepperell. High single 198, high triple 462, league average 123. And last week, he defeated Paul Berger. Spare leave. 2, 4, 5, and 7, no wood. Didn't get the object pin. Took out the 4 instead. It's an 8. This is the 3rd appearance on our program for Rick, who comes from Pepperell, Massachusetts. Last year when he was on, he lost by 4 pins to Tom Ulster, 362 to 358. And last week, he rolled a 403 as he defeated Paul Berger, 403 to 380. He had a triangle that was made up of the 6, 9, and 10. He took out the 6. It's a 9. All right, that brings up today's challenger, Stephen Muse. Steve is married. He and his wife do not have any children as yet. for a fill, and he has the 7-pin to pick up. There is a piece of wood in the gutter to the left of it, which sometimes can be intimidating. Let's see whether it is or not. He got it. So 2 consecutive marks. Now an opportunity for some bonus money. $5. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. He has 3 marks in a row, $50 in bonus money. And as he came back, he had a grin wide enough for 2 lanes. All right, Rick Bourassa still looking for his first mark. In the 3rd box now, the first string is too full, the head pin. He leaves the 4-pin over on the left, the 6 and 10 on the right, and he has 1 piece of wood which is perpendicular to the pit. It's about where the 3 would be. He used it, but it didn't take out the 4-pin, excuse me. Ralph Stewart is on vacation, and filling in for him as lob line judge and referee is Tim Michelle, who just cruises down to take a look at that piece of wood. And as he does, it rolls off to the right. A 10. Now there's a spare leave for Rick Bourassa. He has 2 pins, the 2 and a 4. He has the spare. All right, each bowler has a bonus ball still to roll as we take a check on the scoreboard after 4 boxes of the first string. And it is our challenger today, and on for the first time, Steve Muse, who is at 54 to Rick Bourassa's 37. 3 consecutive marks for Steve Muse, today's challenger. $50 in bonus money, now trying to make it 4 in a row. Seven is the fill, and the 3 pins that are standing with no wood to help are the 1, the 2, and the 4. He got 2 of the 3. He left the 4-pin. A 10. Four horsemen left side, and in the opposite corner he has the 10 with wood in front of it. Took out the 2, 4, 7. 1 and 10 still there. It is a 10. Our defending champion, Rick Bourassa of Pepperell, Massachusetts, is working on a spare. This will be the fill. Nine. The 2-pin for another. He made $400 in bonus money last week as he rolled his 403. He now has 2 consecutive marks. Five is the fill, leaving 4 horsemen left side. 1, 2, 4, 7. and the 9-pin. Tough shot to convert. Is he going to get it? No. He had got everything except the head pin, number 1, and a piece of wood rolled back against it, but actually just barely touched it. Nine. Now Stephen Muse, making his very first appearance on our program, representing the Wakefield Bowlodrome. Two, 8, and 10. The wood has settled down, and now Steve fires. He was trying to use the piece of wood on the right. It didn't do anything except go in the pit. The 9. One and 2 to convert. He has it for another mark. Some jokers in the background saying "that a boy Ralph," because it's Tim Michelle who's filling in for Ralph today, and they don't look too much alike. And a strike for Rick. Al Giglio has just offered to give his glasses to somebody in the back who indicated that a boy Ralph. First bonus ball gets him 5. There is Tim Michelle, and he does look slightly different than Ralph, doesn't he, huh? There are still 2 pins standing, the 4 and the 10. So the fill is 8 on the strike, and it is going to be 8 in the box. Now, Stephen Muse league average, we told you, is 107. Right now, he is at 100 in the 8th box, plus this. He gets 8 for the fill, putting him at 108 there, and he already has 8 more at 116 in the 9th, with Tim Michelle right now is watching some wood rolling around, and he's looking at that deadwood line and then takes it away. This time somebody said, "Yay, Timmy." How about that? He has it for another spare. Everything down except the 7-pin, which was rocking back and forth, but he has 3 pieces of wood out in front. And it would appear that he can make this, yes. So, once again, $50 in bonus money for 3 marks in a row, and should he throw a strike, then it would be 100. Great string, 144. First string ever for Stephen Muse on our program. Now Rick Bourassa has a strike. Rick is representing the Putnam Street lanes in Pittsburgh. He had a sizzling 764 in winning his rollout. That's for 5 strings. Nine down, 9 pins down. The only one up is the 10 pin. And yes, he has it for a spare. $126 plus whatever he gets here. And he adds 9 more. 135. So great start for both of our bowlers today. Who knows? Maybe we'll have some folks who will be moving into our championship lineup. There it is and another $50, by the way, to Stephen Muse for winning the first string by a score of 144 to 135. Middle string, our defending champion leads it off. Here is Rick Bourassa of Pepperell, Massachusetts. The 2 and the 10. 3 pieces of wood. 1 to the left, 1 behind, and 1 in between the 2 and the 10. He has it for a spare. Strike on his spare. Now Stephen Muse, and if you have just joined us, you've missed a very interesting first string. First string he ever bowled on our program was a 144. And he begins this one with a spare lead, just the 5 pin to pick up. Just barely missed it. That's actually the only miss he's had. A 10 instead of a spare. In the second. Now Rick Bourassa comes up with an opportunity to make it 3 in a row for more bonus money. First bonus ball. Gets him 7. It leaves a triangle over in the right-hand corner made up of the 6, the 9, the 10. No wood on the deck. Looked like he missed it, but as the one of the 2 pins that he knocked down finally did go and get the 9. And he has another strike, so he has 4 marks in a row. First bonus ball for Stephen Muse. Boy, he moved them. He has left 3 pins up, but he did move that 6, and he rocked the 9. He has 2 pieces of wood in front, and yes, he made it. close to a strike. Left one pin up. It's the 4 pin. Yes! As always, a check on the scoreboard. Another $50 in bonus money for 3 marks in a row for Stephen Muse. Now, each of our bowlers has, well, one has 2 bonus balls, and the other has 1. So the score in pins that are down right now are Bourassa 70 and Muse 59. All right, Rick Bourassa our defending champion, has begun the middle string with 4 consecutive marks. He's working on a strike right now, and he gets 8 on the first ball. The 3 and the 6 with Wood in front should go, and it did. So it's 5 consecutive marks. Now he's up to $150 in bonus money. Seven. The 10 pin is alone on the right, but it has a couple of pieces of wood, one behind it, and the other one was in front of it. Now it's moved away. The object pin is the 2. He's got 2 and 4 on the left. Yes! Wow, 6 consecutive marks. And each time he knocks one down, it's another $50. Now Stephen Muse. And Steve is working on a spare. He gets 8 and has a spare leave. Tim Michelle calls time and wants to take a look at a piece of wood which is behind the deadwood line, but not in favorable position for him to get the 3. He's got 3 and 6 of the pin standing. Can he do it? Not quite. Got the 6, but not the 10. Diamond left. No wood to help. Let's see what Stephen Muse does with this. Nope. Diamond wins again. Nine. All right, with 6 consecutive marks, Rick Bourassa comes up to roll in the 7th and 8th boxes of the middle string, working on a spare right now, so this is the bonus ball. Seven. It won't be easy. He has 4 and 5 side by side, and he has the 7 pin. The only piece of wood is, well, it's about maybe 3 inches to the right of the 5 pin. Yes! He has 7 consecutive marks. And every time he does that, we write down another $50 in bonus money. Eight more, and he has the 4, and oh, for a moment the 4 rocked when a piece of wood came up behind it. 4 and 5 to try to convert. Boy, there'll be a roar if he's able to do this. They are parallel pins. All right, that's the, wow, the applause after 7 consecutive marks, and now a 10. And he's at 142 with 2 boxes to go. All right, Stephen Muse. Today's challenger making his first appearance on our program. 1, 3, 7, and 10. All right, there are still 3 pins up, so it gives me a chance to mention that Al Giglio, as usual, is on the electronic scoreboard. Keith Williams on the big board. Don Riley is our statistician coordinator. It is a 9. We have already mentioned and seen Tim Michelle, who's filling in for Ralph Stewart as live line judge and referee. Phil Rubin, of course, is our producer and director. And I'll get to today's crew in just a moment. Now, Stephen Muse fires, and he has the 10-pin rocking back and forth, but it's going to stay. The 1, 3, 9, and 10. Head pin still there. Our crew today, Jeff Sullivan, Ron Schindler, Bob Oliver, Skip Peabody, and in post-production videotape, George Ellard. It is a 9. Now, Rick Bourassa comes up. Remember, he's already at 142, and that's through 8. Three pins to pick up here. No, he went right through the middle and picked off the 2. As most of you who are regular viewers of our program know, that only once in the 36-plus years of our program has anybody had a string in which there was a mark in every string, including actually the in every box, is what I meant to say. While we watch Rick Bourassa here, and then one in the extra box, and that is Mr. Ed Zernicke, whose brother John will be on our program as a challenger. I believe it's next week. Nine. And a 160 string. So 7 consecutive marks. Now Stephen Muse. Four horsemen right side. 1, 3, 6, and 10, no wood. That one faded and took out only the 6. Nine. So his first 2 strings ever on our program, he has exceeded his average. This will not be easy. It's the 5, 7, and 10. 2 pieces of wood to the right. One of them just barely touching the 5. There'll be a roar if he makes this with that wood. Yes! Finally, a piece of wood went over and tumbled the 10-pin. Is he a little bit happy? $123 plus 8 more. 131. How's that for exceeding your league average? Wow. Okay, obviously, Rick Bourassa has $150 for winning the middle string with 160 to Stephen Muse's 131. The score right now is a 20-pin lead for our defending champion going into the third, 295 to 275. Today's challenger, Stephen Muse of Tewksbury, Massachusetts, on the line. He leaves the 2, 4, 7 on the left, the 3 and 6 on the right. The only piece of wood is behind the 2 and 4. Took out the left side. It's a 9. Two, 4, 7 again on the left, and the 6 pin on the right with wood in front of it. Nice try, but the 6 is still there. And it is still there. Rick Bourassa already at 295 after 2. And strike to begin. First ball nets him 6. All right, 7 is the fill. It's a 9. Rick Bourassa, whom you've seen and is at 295 after 2, is currently in 5th place for our championship show with his 403, so it figures that he will ascend. All right, Stephen Muse is looking at a good spare leave of the 2 and the 4. Ooh, second time in the match, despite the fact that he's rolled 275 for 2 strings. He has missed 2 spare leaves like that. One was a single pin. It's a 9. So he now has 3 consecutive 9s. Six pin on the right and over on the left, the 4 and 7. Yes! You could tell by the crowd's reaction that he made it. Rick Bourassa at 26 after 2. Nine pin drop. 9 pin to pick up. The 5 top scores I've already mentioned that in 5th place is Rick Bourassa. And, oh, it didn't go. The piece of wood spun right around it. It's a 10. Paul Berger with a 479 is top seed. Jack Sanick, 449. Jeff Atkins, 439. Tom Morgan, 405. And Rick Bourassa, 403. Alternate, Jim Gregatus, 400. 1, 2, 7, 8, 10. It went. All right, Stephen Muse. He's filling a spare right now. And the fill is 7. The 7 pin just went down. Now he's looking at 1, 9, and 10 with a piece of wood off to the left of the head pin. He tried to use the piece of wood and actually was hoping to get the head pin to go over and get the 10 and then have the piece of wood go off the left sidewall and come back and get the 9. It's an 8 box. Rick Bourassa is working on a spare. Six, leaving 4 horsemen right side. Everything but the head pin. A 10. As many of you know, I'm sitting right behind lane 3. I can see the way the ball breaks. He throws a right to left break, just a little bit. Just, well, as you know, with he has a spare. With Candlepins, it's never a big break, as it is with the big balls. Steve Muse, working on a strike. 7th box, 3rd string. First ball nets him 7, but he has a split. 6 and 10 over on the right, 7 pin on the left, and the thing that makes it tough on that 7 pin over on the left is he has double wood in the gutter. Waiting for something more. Now he has the 2 pieces of wood to the left of the 7, 1 to the right of the 7, nothing except the 6 and 10 on the right. And he decided to go for it over there and hope that he would get enough bounce off the left wall to come back. And he did hit it clean. But now he went in the gutter going after the 6 and 10. It's an 8. Obviously he needs a 125 for a 400. He's at 78 through 7. Yes! That was a slow motion strike. The 5 pin was hit by a piece of wood. It rocked and then eventually did go down. Tim Michel goes down and gets a piece of wood that was in the gutter. Now Rick Bourassa comes up. He's working on a spare in the 6th as he rolls in the 7th box. He gets 7 as the fill, and they are together. It's the 2, the 4, and the 7. And nope, missed the 2 pin. Didn't miss it by much, but he knew that he had missed it. He turned around before it got there. 89 with 3 boxes to go. One, 2, 4, and 9 with wood behind the 4. The O is because he got the 3 on the left but did not get the 9 pin. 98, 2-8. Now our challenger, Stephen Muse. This is the fill on a strike. He has 2 strikes in a row. .108 and still counting. All right, here is the second. Nope, not 3 strikes in a row. He leaves 7, the 1, 2, 4. He leaves 3, excuse me. He got 7 there on that ball, the second ball. And nope. Wow, another 130s. Boy, talk about coming on with a 107 average and throwing up there what he did. Wow. Just great. Now, Rick Bourassa. That puts him at 400, by the way. That, in fact, an even 400 right now. He got the 2 pins on the right. He still has the 7 pin on the left. Okay, 9. He will need a 114 to win, which is a great, wow, a thin hit here. He's at 110. All right. That's it. That just did it. I mean, just did it. And a 10 for a 117. You can see his expression as he comes back, as much as say, oh, wow. Whew, I really just made that. Just made it by 4 pins. The big story, of course, is, well, actually, there are 2. Stephen Muse coming on the program for the very first time with a 107 average and rolling over 400. And Bourassa having 7 consecutive marks in the middle string and having to go to the very last box in order to win it. The final score, 412 to 408. When you have 2 bowlers, each with a 400, you have a pretty high total, and that's what we have today, of course, with 820. And we also have $800 in this, so maybe we're not going to have a winner as far as having 10 either side. However, when I take this card out, that person will receive a $50 gift certificate from Christmas Tree Shop. All right, let's see if we can dig down somewhere in the middle here. And wouldn't it be surprising if I do pull out one that is somewhere within 820? All right. The card comes from Holbrook, Massachusetts, and it is Nellie Haskell, who has guessed, pretty good guess too, 775. All right, we add another 50. Next week it's going to be worth $850. Our high-low jackpot's worth $350. You want it? Okay,
Who stands where?
right here. All right. First thing I have to say to you is, how come you were so nervous?
I had a really good time. I really enjoyed myself.
It was amazing, though. I don't think I've ever seen anybody come on with the average that you have. And how come it's so low? Are you sandbagging?
No, Wakefield's a very, very tough house.
Okay.
Very tough.
All right. You're not a sandbagger.
Not a sandbagger.
Okay. Well, wonderful performance, obviously. And on the basis of that, how much are we going to give? Well, first of all, you're going to receive this as a permanent souvenir.
Nice.
It'll be inscribed, and you will remember it well, I know.
Okay, definitely.
And $350 worth of bonus money to go with another $350, huh? So it was a fairly nice day, huh?
I enjoyed myself.
All right, good. Well, you seem to be, and,
I really
and the
did.
crowd enjoyed you too.
Yeah,
You come
thank
back.
you. All right.
Come back and see us
I
again.
hope to be. All right.
Hey, Rick, nice easy one, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And which one of your daughters do we have here?
This is my godson, Brendan.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. That fooled me.
It's the 90s look.
That's what fooled me. I knew you had 3 daughters, and I saw somebody coming up here with a ponytail. All right, for you, we have $400 in bonus money, in addition to the $700. And you moved yourself up to a 412, huh? For as far as the championship show is concerned.
I don't think it'll stay, but for now it will.
Hey, all right, it's there, isn't it? Okay, you get. Can you handle that? And
Sure.
also this guy at the same time, and a $50 gift certificate here from Rotman's Furniture for being our marksman of the day. And we're going to give you one of the Zernicke's to challenge you next week.
Another easy match.
Yeah, John Zernicke will be here. Okay, we'll be here. You will be too. Won't you see you next week? Bye-bye.